Greetings, gamer guys and gals. Welcome to part 26 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem 5 Thracia 776. And in today's episode, we're going to be finishing up gathering up some gold from the good old arena, as well as completing this chapter, beating all the Thracia bandits. Very nice, Finn. Very nice. He was doing an exceptional amount of damage to you. Would have been a 3-hit KO. I pretty much stay away from fights in the arena that would be like 2-hit KOs, because then you are really gambling. Just really and truly gambling. Alright. And that's our turn. Alright, so Olwen takes out this bottom brigand. Ocean is over here, like, dying from poison, and we're just sitting back doing nothing about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and move some of our units over to the left side, because we do want to deal with Kolho as soon as possible. I'm going to fight this guy one last time. This last guy with Laura before we move over to deal with Kolho. In fact, we're just going to move over now. Thank you for that movement star. Let's finish you off with Dagdar. Oh, wow. A movement star. That's nice. And then we can trade that Heim Scroll over to Olwen and dismount as we rescue you with Karen. Get straight over here. Let's go ahead and use a vulnerary. I don't really want to waste this, but I would rather use that than heal, so we're going to just go ahead and do that. Alright, let's get back into the arena with Finn. Let's back out of that. And let's go in again. 930 gold. Sword Knight with a silver sword. Let's see how this works out. It is a good thing that Finn is doubling here, but he's also missing quite a bit. Good job, Finn. Taking him out. We do want to get to the point where we have around 10,000 gold is my goal in this chapter. We kind of want that for upcoming chapters spending, just in case we need it. But that looks like it should be our turn. And move Laura over here. Perfect. I don't know where Kolho is exactly. Right there. So if we move her here, we do not have to worry. We are getting a lot of movement stars. It's actually kind of nuts. Let's drop Olwen and then start flying over. Alright, another go at the arena for Finn. Awesome. And 900 gold. Yeah, this might be a tough one. Let's hope he can take this one out. Only 13 defense and 38 hit. That's not exactly that great. He needs to hit Finn 2 more times. But we are a-okay. Finn can go ahead and get healed up. And this should top him off. And aside from that, I think we are perfect. I knew there had to be a couple of brigands straggling back behind. He just did a whopping amount of damage to her, though. Very nice. Oh, hell, we blundered into a bunch of soldiers. Not only did you blunder into a bunch of soldiers, Kolho, you blundered into the wrong crowd. +1 on magic. I mean, that does help her, but not that much. Alright. Let's steal that Vantage Manual. We're going to move over here. We're also going to move over here with Leaf. We're going to rescue you. Just so that we're out of range of Kolho. I guess we could go here, but I don't want to, because I would rather Mareeta be attacked. And we can move up and mount with Olwen. Definitely want to make sure we are doing that. Alright, Finn, it is thy time to attack. Loptrian Mage with Thunder. Not even Jormungandr. What are you gonna do with Thunder, dude? A reasonable amount of damage, that's what he's gonna do. Alright. And we're at 7,000 gold. We're getting there. We're getting there, that's for sure. And let's just keep on healing up. Alright, that's our turn. Mareeta should be able to just sit in this mountain and just tank the rest of these units without having to heal. Alright, very nice level up. I think we're getting reinforcements is what's going on here. Okay, now we'll be able to steal from him the good old Vulnerary so he can't heal up. And then we can just finish him off if we wanted. Get some wind rank, why not? Are you rotten? Goodbye, Kolho. You might be quite the beefy man, but you're no match for our Asbel. Actually, we can just drop him here, can't we? And I think that's almost it. Alright, Finn. Another arena go. 920 gold, armor lance with a steel lance. That's going to be a rough fight. Alright, so it's looking to be like a 4-hit KO. Yeah, we should be fine. Alright, Finn. Doing a fantastic job getting us tons of gold. It's about 1,000 per turn. Yeah, it doesn't matter that Safi's getting a bunch of experience points here because, in all honesty, she's not really that great of a combat unit. So it's kind of like trivial. It's one of the reasons why... Alright, did I visit? I did not visit that house. Are you kidding me? I did not visit that house. Alright, I guess Olwen's going back down. It's funny, they're still willing to attack Mareeta, considering she's on a mountain, getting, what, plus 30% avoid? And the reason is because she has such low defense. All right. Looks like we're going to move here. Leaf can sit right here for the time being. And I think we've done pretty much everything but the arena, which we are just going to keep on keeping on. 990 gold, armored sword with an iron sword. I think this guy doesn't know where he's fighting. I mean, he is doing still 10 damage. That's pretty wild. With an iron sword, one of the weaker swords in the game. Alright, we can move Finn off, and maybe we can even do a round of combat with Dagdar. First and foremost, we absolutely want that Ode Scroll on him if we're going to do arena combat with Dagdar. 800 gold. A paladin with a silver sword. Would be really nice if Tanya was here. Not gonna lie. His hit's not going to be fantastic in this arena. Even with, like, the best axes he can come across. And we'll just heal him up. Alright. I think that's it for this turn. And we can visit.
Sis, come look. I was hoping I'd get to see you again. This here's my big sis. Sis, this is the lady I told you about. I wanted to give you this to say thanks. I found it in the fort, but I was so shook up I forgot to give it to you before you left. Awful sorry about that, but, better late than never, right?
And we get the magic ring. This is one of only a couple of magic rings in this game, and this magic ring can only be obtained by Olwen if you go to Chapter 11X, recruit Olwen, and save the children. That's literally the only way. With that being said, we're going to be getting off of the arena with Dagdar. Seems like it'd be kind of a waste, but Finn is far and away the better unit for the arena than Dagdar is, so we're just going to keep on going on with Finn. Alright. Awesome. They had an inverted hit. 74 and 47. Alright, cool. We're at 10,000 gold. We're probably going to be doing one more turn of this, only because of the simple fact that we have to deal with, like, another turn or two. I believe it is... Let's see. We're at status turn 11. I believe it's around turn 19 or 20. One of those. It's pretty close to those turns where... Oh, you know what? Actually, let me see. Coho's boys and the dandelion, so... There's 2 more bandits on the field. I wonder where in the world they are. Probably up to the north. And this right here is still forest. So let's go right here. Well, we're going to find them. Yeah, so around turn 19 or 20, somewhere around that vicinity, you actually will get... And they were up north. That's nice. You will actually get the fog taken away because it's like day is breaking, which is really cool. You're not really going to see it unless you basically turtle through this chapter, but it is there. It's kind of interesting in my opinion. Ocean actually needs to be healed shortly, which is kind of funny. We're just going to go ahead and attack into the arena again with Finn here. Silver Axe Brigand. Is this going to be a rough one? Let me see. I'll be. Finn, that was taking a chance on that one. I was taking a chance on that one. Let me just put that out there. All right. That's one of those moments where, you know, if you're 2-hit KO'd in an arena, you don't really have a good opportunity to back out of it. Luckily for me, it turned out to be well. All right, so with all that being said, I think we're just going to go ahead and end turn. Mareeta is loving the experience points. Perfect. Fantastic level up. Of course, a lot of these busted level ups with her are due to scrolls. I'm not any kind of fool. But I would say that that's a-okay. You know, she actually has pretty fantastic growth rates even without scrolls, which is, you know, something to definitely note. Now, Leaf has 5 magic now. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I do plan on him earning the light brand. I just always do in every playthrough, so that Leaf always has a 1-2 range weapon throughout the entire game. I just think it's smart. I do plan on giving Leaf the Heim scroll that is on Olwen currently, so that he can get a bit more magic. I'm actually going to be giving him all of the scrolls that give magic, and leveling him up the rest of his 7 levels. And then Mareeta, she's going to be getting all the scrolls that buff, like, strength and stuff like that. So she's going to keep the Baldur scroll, the Hoor scroll, the Null scroll. But the Sed and the Folier scroll, those are both going to Leaf, along with the Heim scroll. And I'm going to be using Leaf quite a bit more over these next few chapters than I have been lately. And this is going to be our last turn for Arena. We're getting a little bit more gold than I necessarily wanted, but hey, I'm not going to complain about that. So as you can see, like, if you thought previously in this Let's Play that my 20,000 plus gold that I received in those couple of arenas I did, if you thought that was overkill, now you should be able to see why. So this chapter is very important to pay attention to when it comes to, like, door keys. This is one of the last chapters you can buy door keys in. I don't think it's the last. I think chapter 14 is the last. All I'm going to tell you is I strongly recommend, absolutely strongly recommend, that you buy all the door keys that you could possibly need or want by the end of this chapter. And like I've said before, you want 6 door keys for the final chapter. And did not mean to press that. And you do not want to use them anywhere else. Ocean is just over there taking that poison like a champ. So I don't think we have any more reinforcements. We're not going to. And I don't think we need any more arena money. So we're just going to seize.
This seems to be the bandits' hideout, Prince Leaf. The night is still young. I advise that we seize this opportunity to purge Tara's borders of these vermin.
I've no objections, but what of our troops? Aren't the men exhausted?
I'm afraid so. Between the long march from Fort Dundrum and the skirmish here, our forces have little strength left. At most, we could only spare a small strike team of 5 soldiers to accompany you. The decision is yours, my lord.
I'll do it. If we rout these bandits once and for all, the villagers here will finally be able to breathe easy. English was a little bit hard for me at that moment.
Leaf, little lord, is that you?
Mareeta, it really is you. How did you wind up here?
I'm just as surprised as you are. I never expected I'd see you and everyone from Fianna again so soon.
Ha! I'm halfway convinced this is just a dream. Mareeta, I beg your forgiveness for what happened to your mother. It was my fault that she...
If what happened is anyone's fault, it's mine. I was inexperienced and weak, and I couldn't overcome the power of that sword. I didn't have the discipline to resist it.
Mareeta, this I swear to you. I'll get the commander back, whatever it takes.
You mean we'll get Mother back again. Please, Leaf. I want to be part of this. I'll be stronger than I was before. You must let me join you.
Of course I'll have you. Though as much as it pains me, it's not feasible for our army to return to Munster with things the way they are right now. But someday we'll be able to go back for the commander. You can count on that. And when that day comes, there's no force in all the heavens that can keep the two of us from getting her back.
Couldn't have said it better myself, little lord.
And of course, we're going to be saving. And I am going to be doing our wonderful item and deploying and all that stuff right now for our next chapter. So let's see, we have a whole bunch of stuff that just needs to be thrown into the convoy. Let's see, torch. Now we have plenty of wind to just use pretty haphazardly, in my opinion now. Alright, so supply, give all of yonder away. We can give that heal staff up. And that slim sword as well. Would be nice if he had a regular sword we can just throw away. The Ode Scroll is not really all that useful, so I'll just keep that on Finn for the time being. Alright. Nana. So we want to take a chest key on Nana, and I think another chest key on Asbel. We're only going to be able to bring a few units to this chapter, but this chapter is going to be wildly interesting compared to normal. We do want to trade this Vantage Manual to Olwen. If you couldn't tell that's what I was going to do, well, now you know. Vantage is an incredible skill. We're going to give the Heim Scroll over to Leaf. Supply, he can take that perfectly fine. And we can also take from Mareeta the Said Scroll and the Fowlier Scroll. Alright. Mareeta can take the... I think what she's going to want is the Jormungandr. And we can also take, like... we can take a Wind Tome. Mareeta should not be fatigued. No, she's not. I actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give those back. I do think what we'll do instead is we'll take from Nana. I was going to originally bring Nana to this chapter, but I don't think that's necessary. We're going to take the key. You can only bring a few units to this chapter, so you have to be pretty cautious on who you're willing to bring. Selfina could use a Vulnerary, that's for sure. Even if it's just a one use. And then we can take and start selling some of these items we do not need or want. This Thunder, we can go ahead and sell that. That's pretty well used up. That Heal Staff. And we can sell those. And then we can also go back and go to deploy. You can only bring up to 6 units total. That's including Leaf. So Asbel, Mareeta. We will need Safi. She is fatigued, but that's okay. This is one of the many reasons why we have stamina drinks. Is specifically for our staff using units. And we are going to get much more later on. So if you're concerned about that by this point in the game, don't be. It's not that big a deal. We can take a vulnerary. We can also take that Ode Scroll off of you and put it on Ocean. We are not going to need combative units in this chapter. I'm just going to throw that out to you. So if you're concerned with that also, well, you could need combative units if you're not careful, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Alright, so yes, let's go ahead and bring Laura. We definitely need Laura. You want to bring both your thieves, as well as Safi, especially if she is able to use Warp. This is her final Warp right now. We're actually going to be Hermerning that this chapter. We're going to be using it as well. We want to bring fast-moving units, so Asbel and Mareeta would be perfect for this, specifically with a chess key on each of them, because of the fact that this chapter is not, like I said, a combative chapter. We're going to go ahead and save. And we are going to get right into it. Chapter 12X, The Dandelion.
Something's fishy. What's going on outside? Bad news, Pern. Somebody's broken into the manor. Soldiers, by the look of it. Imperial guardsmen, maybe. Damn, what's happened to Salem? Didn't see him. He might be dead. I'll go check it out. Wait here.
Hey, what's got you guys in such a fuss? You look more uptight than my sister after a week of fasting. Has something happened?
The Imperial army's come to bring the hammer down on us, that's what. A pox on them all. These entitled louts.
The Empire is here?
You got an awful funny look on your face, kiddo. Don't tell me you were thinking of running off while the army got us busy. Don't be stupid, youngin'. I'd never let such a useful little muppet just slip away.
But why? Why are you gotta be so cruel to me all the time? Look, I wasn't thinking anything funny.
Uh-huh. You ain't getting off that easy. If you keep getting stupid ideas about running away, I won't hesitate to punish you again. You got that?
Eek! No, not another punishment. I'm sorry. I'll be good. I promise.
Well, we'll just see about that, won't we? Now be a good girl and go help Trude with that thief staff of yours. Get a move on, runt.
Pern is a reasonable man. If I can just talk to him, I'm sure I can make him understand the situation. Are you offering to help us, Salem? Truth be told, I haven't made up my mind yet, but we've more pressing concerns at the moment, do we not? Is something amiss, Lithus? You look terribly pale.
Look, Prince, here's the thing. If it's all the same to you, can I just sit this one out? Can't somebody else fill in for me?
You wouldn't happen to be acquainted with these bandits, would you? You mentioned you lived near here when you were a child.
Well, about that, there's just this one guy that I don't get along with too well, if he's here. Look, just leave me out of this one, okay, pretty please?
Is that it? Bah, what a petty reason. Report to the front lines at once.
Come on, don't make me beg, just this once, please. Pretty please with sugar on top.
The prince has spoken. You have your orders.
Excuse me.
Laura, what's wrong?
The bandit leader, Pern. He's not a bad person, you know.
You know him, Laura?
Yeah, I do. Up until a year ago, I was a dancer in a traveling troupe of performers. They treated me like dirt, but there wasn't anything I could do about it because I was their property. I'd been sold to them as a child. Pern rescued me from that and set me free.
And from there, you became a thief, is that about right?
That's about the whole of it, yeah. Lord Leaf, please, you've got to let me talk to him. I just need to see Pern and talk this whole thing out.
Alright, so this chapter is incredibly interesting. However, because of time constraints and the episode needing to see its end, I do think this is a perfect opportunity for us to segue to that end. I want to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe depending on your platform. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.